Hello, and here we have Elite Dangerous. So I've been playing this game for a couple days now. I went ahead and sprung for access to the beta because this sounded and looked like a game that I could really get involved in. It looks kind of like EVE Online, but without, well, maybe without as much of the learning curve. I don't know, but from what I've seen so far, it looks like the game is going to be really rich and full of a lot of stuff, and you'll be able to do just about anything you want, just like you do in EVE. The big difference is that the combat in this game is more space combat simulator, like, kind of like the older Elite games, which I never played, to be perfectly honest, or the Wing Commander games and so forth, where you actually are piloting your ship and aiming at your target, as opposed to in EVE Online you are piloting your ship but your weapons are auto-aiming, and it's kind of more like who has the most firepower, who can, it's not without its skill, but the skill set is different, whereas here the skill set is going to involve more actual aiming and precision and so forth. So basically what I've been doing so far is just earning money by running missions between locations. So the way you do that, I'm going to go ahead and do that again here, and the way you do that is, and I'm not quite sure, let's see, I don't know why that's up there, but there we go. Okay, so I don't know how it got focused on that list of items up top there, but what I really want is this menu down here. So I'm going to do Starport Services, at which point I'm just going to go ahead and use the mouse. And normally I would refuel, but I just did that, so my fuel is full up. I'm going to go to the bulletin board here, and I'm going to find something that I can do. Looking for light cargo transports to sticks. Light cargo transports required for sticks. What's this? Oh. So what this is somebody is looking to transport something to another system, but I can't do it because I'm in the starter ship and I don't have enough hold space. So I have to decline that. But you can see that's pretty lucrative here. Let's see, what's this? Feeding the fuel of war. Oh, that's so this is somebody wanting me to bring them something, which I'm not going to do because I don't know where to get that stuff. Generally speaking, the stuff I've been doing has been around 3,000 and 4,000 credits worth. So let's see what this one. Looking for light cargo transports to Allen. Nope, can't do it. Don't quite have enough hold space. Dayhan light cargo transport needed. A shipment in sea, as long as you can get it over to the Dayhan system in time. I'm not quite sure why this number is 1, but I'm going to go ahead and check something here. Okay, so before you actually take a mission, you do want to find out whether it's something you can get to. So, did I actually, you know what, I didn't actually look at where that actually was. So let's go back over here to the bulletin board system. Bulletin board, okay, so let's see, this one here, Dayhan Light Cargo Transport. So I want Dayhan Gateway in the Dayhan system. The jump distance is 6.41 light years, which is within the range of my ship. I don't know why this is a number here. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take a chance here. It says I can do it, so... Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to go over to the galaxy map, and I want to find where the heck it is I'm going. Ah, there's Dan. Okay, so you can see the economy is a refinery, the allegiance is Federation, which is good because it means I'm not going to get ganked. It's like if I go over here, the government is anarchy. You don't want to go there unless you have like a more powerful ship where you can, where a bit more, have more survival, because there's no law enforcement there. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and select this. So what that does is that locks that system. And I'll exit. I said I will exit. There we go. Okay, now, oh, looks like somebody got blowed up. I don't know why someone would get destroyed, but maybe they screwed up, maybe they loitered too long, maybe they ran into something, I don't know. But now I'm going to launch. So this should be pretty lucrative.
Engines engaged.
Okay. Retract my landing gear. So I'm in a Coriolis station, which means it spins. And I need to get out of here. There we go. I'm using a joystick, so I'm actually able to maneuver the ship pretty well, as opposed to using a mouse. I tried the mouse. Although I've heard that you can get good with the mouse, I didn't like it. But since I happen to have a joystick that I've had for many years, a Cytec Cyborg Evo to be precise, which has a lot of buttons on it and is nicely configurable, I'm using that. I may upgrade to a HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick arrangement. There's one that's not too expensive, like around what, $40 to $60, I think. Okay, so now if you look in the middle there, and just you see sort of the map of things that are around me. And if you look kind of to the left of it and up a little bit, you'll see the alignment compass. So you see that blue dot in the middle. Now that I'm pointing directly at my destination, you see that blue dot is in the middle here. So as long as I'm pointing at that destination, I can go ahead and start charging my drive, my hyperdrive. My joystick is a little bit uncalibrated, so you'll see it drift occasionally. Alright, so we're going to do hyperspace here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So this is the kind of way, this is how I want space travel to be when we actually get interstellar space travel, if it's even possible. I want it to be like this, where I can like hyperspace jump from one system to the next. And then when I come out of hyperdrive, I'm in supercruise, which means I'm still superluminal. Well, I'm actually not superluminal right now, but I can be. Okay, so I need to figure out where I'm going. I am going to Dahan Gateway. Okay. So I want to lock destination. Okay, then use the compass again. A supercruise is fun because it seems to sort of accelerate you and decelerate you almost, very differently than when you're not in supercruise. It also depends on how close you are to a gravity well. So if you're close to a star, close to a planet, or close to a large station, you'll go slower. And if you're close enough, you'll actually drop out. Okay, so I want to start slowing down now. You can see that I'm getting closer. If you look in the lower left there of the screen, you have my alignment screen. It shows my distance and speed. And so you can see the distance. There's this bar that's moving from right to left that tells me how close I am. When it gets in the blue, that means I'm safely close. The speed, when it gets in the blue, that means I'm slow enough that I can come out of supercruise without damaging my ship. Like if I were to come out of supercruise right now, I'd probably take some damage. There's the joystick drifting again there. So you got to kind of feather your speed a bit here. If you look on the center right where my throttle indicator is. Okay, so it's basically just coordinating your speed and those marks on the left side in the alignment screen. And you can see I'm now 0.1 light seconds away. Okay, then once it gets down to 0.1, it starts counting down in millions of meters. Okay, my speed is coming down nicely. It's also because I'm closer to the planet. Okay, so my speed is in the blue now. You can see that the numbers are blue. Okay, I am drifting a little bit here. There we go. Safe, disengage, ready. That was kind of weird. Maybe I was under gravity there. Okay, here we go. Boom. And sometimes it takes a few seconds because what it's basically doing is it's dropping me into a server instance. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to lock onto it. And you can see in the lower left corner there sort of a graphical representation of the station. You can tell based on how the station is spinning where the opening is. I'm looking at the back side of the station, so I need to come around the other side. So I'm going to get a little bit closer here, and then I will request docking. A big station like this, you should always get permission to dock right away. There are smaller stations that have a limited number of docking ports, and so when you're coming to one of them, you may not be able to get permission to dock right away because the docking ports are all occupied. I ran into that yesterday when I was playing this. I was at a small station. It's like, request docking. Nope, request denied. Why is it denied? I don't know. Then I noticed people coming and going, and I thought, I wonder if it's because, you know, there we go. Docking request sent. Whoa. Okay, it hasn't been granted yet. There we go. I was about to start pulling away because I don't want to enter the station without docking permission. But yeah, I was thinking that maybe it was just because all the docking ports were occupied, and sure enough, that's what it was. Eventually, I tried it again, and it said, yep, request granted. Okay, so I'm going to 29, and you can see that hologrammatic 29 in the distance there. You can see above my central display there where it says what pad I'm going to and how much time I have left before I would have to restart the process. Okay, going to deploy my landing gear, since you can't land without landing gear. An explosion of some kind just happened. Well, I don't know why it was showing that number in red. Okay, so now you can see the display in the lower center changed, and this is my docking alignment display. Okay, so the rings are blue, so now I'm just going to gently lower myself down to the surface here. And I am docked. Alright, Starport Services. Go to the bulletin board, and I should be able to see in the first item here. There we go. Alright, so the delivery was a success just as well. Data shows their demand for tea is starting to fall. Well, we got our cut, now complete the contract and get yours. Boom. And now I've got more monies. I have 33,643 credits. So let's see, I want to go station services. I want to refuel. Fuel is cheap, which is great. Let's see what's at the shipyard. Oh, I could buy an Eagle. Ooh, I could buy an Eagle. Well, I don't need an Eagle just yet, but it's nice to know that I can get one. So an Eagle is a fighter. I don't really want a fighter right now because my plan for at least a while is not to get involved in combat. Because, quite frankly, I don't want to lose my ship. I would rather spend the money on getting a better ship and upgrading its offensive and defensive systems before I even enter into combat. But for right now, these cargo runs, or courier runs, as the case may be, because sometimes you're carrying information as opposed to cargo, are reasonably lucrative and are allowing me to build up a decent amount of money. I'd like to get up probably about, I think I'm going to try to get up to about 100,000 credits before I start doing some other stuff. And, you know, it's, I mean, on the one hand, it's, you know, kind of doing the same thing over and over again. On the other hand, it is still fun to fly around. I mean, just to see what it looks like and to control your ship, it kind of gives you that real sense of freedom, which is one of the things that really attracted me to that game based on watching videos and reading other people's accounts of it. You get that sense of freedom, basically. You can go anywhere. And as somebody who rides a motorcycle in real life, that definitely appeals to me. Anyway, so that was an example of how to make some reasonably quick cash in Elite Dangerous without putting yourself at undue risk. So as I played this game, if I come up with any more information, I'll go ahead and record it and post it up there. And thanks for watching, and see you around.